So, questions, of course, if you want to just introduce yourself right quick, you can do that. But questions, we'll be starting this way and going around. You go ahead.
What up, though, Yusuf? My name is Jaja Hubbard, and I'm from I Said It, as well as 910 AM Superstation here in Detroit. And I want to thank you, first of all, for coming out to the city and showing love and representing not only as an actor, but as a black man doing your thing, okay? So my question to you is, in the scene where you were holding Meech, he had just gotten shot. And so we from Detroit, and unfortunately we have had the titles of the murder capital of the world. And so many young men are being murdered, as well as young women. What are some thought processes or some ways that we can prevent this stuff from happening in real life? Because although you play a character and that stuff is happening and it's fiction, but what about the stuff that's really happening in our city? Because we just found a 22-year-old on the freeway, and it's real life stuff that's happening. So what would you say to prevent these real life things from happening, and how do you feel about those type of scenarios?
First of all, I want to say thank you for having me in your city. I love Detroit. You know, it's the second
Yes,
home.
sir.
But to answer that question, I feel as though like with the two, so it's like, you know, a lot of people that's older try to, you know, show them the way, but they're not going to look up to people that's like in their 30s or 40s and nothing like that. They don't relate to them.
Yeah.
So I feel as though like the older brothers or cousins, they need to be able to step up, create some type of program where the people that they do actually look up to is holding them accountable.
Facts.
Having programs, keeping kids in sports, keeping kids, finding out what they like to do. Maybe somebody like music, maybe somebody like acting like me.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody like writing. And then we have these type of things where they could be able to burn all that excess energy, and they won't have no time to even dwell in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Cut it off at the youth. That way, when they get to about 14, 15, 16, at those dangerous levels for, you know, black youth, they are really indulging in their, you know, their dreams and activities. So
absolutely.
I feel as though that's a start. You know?
Yes. I love it, Big Yusuf. Okay. Gang. That was my question. Thank you.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Troy?
Yo, I've been banging I Swear Bezo.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's a song called Pig Talk.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
Rap a little bit of something. I'm just
It's a song with Babyface Ray. He's from Detroit too, right?
Absolutely.
He got this song
Yeah.
with somebody from Houston. I forget his name. He got, but this song hard though.
Okay.
He got a hard song.
If you could work with anybody that you haven't worked with yet, who would that be?
In the film world or?
Both. Film, TV, in general.
I definitely want to work with Viola Davis.
Me too.
Viola Davis is bomb. Dominique Fishback as well. I just know who Dominique Fishback is.
No.
You ever watch Judas and the Black Messiah? You know,
Oh yeah, I know
Okay.
that.
She played the girlfriend. Did you watch the new series where
It's funny.
Ptolemy Gray with Samuel Jackson? She on a lot of things though.
She is
But
so
she's
silly.
dope though.
Oh, she dope? Okay.
She's dope, you know what I mean?
All right. Her and Viola. Okay.
I ate a coney dog.
It ain't right if you don't get it right.
I got lost one time in Southwest D.
Okay.
You know, they showed me love though, you know, I still have my car, you know what I'm saying? But, I learned a lot about Detroit, especially being around, you know, the person I played, Rollie West. She showed me around. He showed me like some of the suburbs, some of the other areas in Detroit. He showed me like some of y'all notable areas. You know, I went to Motown, saw that, and it just gave me the whole spill about, you know, how y'all had basically like the automobile industry on lock and everything like that, to like how things is transitioning now and all that. So it's been a big history lesson, not only just for the show, but just in general, you know what I'm saying? And also, like, Detroit actually really looks like my neighborhood, so I always, like, feel at home, like, from the highways to everything, because I'm from Camden, New Jersey. It's like, so alike.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Big shout out.
Because all of us are pursuing our dreams, and sometimes that can be taxing, you know, gas money, you know what I'm saying? Finding a babysitter, you said you were a dad, you know what I mean? And so, what was that like, your mental health? I know you said by any means necessary, and I think Detroiters all have that hustle mentality to get out here and go get it. But a lot of men struggle with their mental health as well as women. What advice would you give to those who are aspiring to pursue their dreams and the type of mentality that you got to have, especially men that are fathers?
I'll say, first, I feel like in my whole journey, and that battle with that has been like tremendous.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not explaining it. Not being afraid to tell people what you're going through.
Yeah.
Because as men, especially as black men, once we step out into New York, step outside the doors, we feel like we gotta be the spirit of the savage. Nobody can see our pain, see that we hurt, or anything like that, or we're not considered men.
Yeah.
But understand that, in today's time, just because you're a man don't mean you don't have to tell somebody that, you're in pain, you're going through this, you don't know what to do. And not fear of being judged, even though the person that you're telling you shouldn't judge you. But you can't be afraid to get help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And therapy, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get out this way. Like some reason in the black community it's like, yo, you get therapy? Like you weird. Like, nah, you're normal, you know what I'm saying? Like you're normal, you're doing what's expected. So I think that, acknowledging it and talking about it and, seeking like professional help to get you through it. Cause like I said, I've dealt with survivor's remorse like real bad. It was always like, every time, like I said, my career went so fast, you know what I'm saying? Every time something happened that was unbelievable, it was like, I don't feel like I deserve this. Like, I'm in this position, like even like, I keep it real with y'all, like, the season 1 premiere, I was on the premiere, I was next to all the stars, and they be my colleagues and everything like this. And I'm like, yo, I don't know if I belong here. And then one of the Lil Zane homie, Big D, told me like, yo, you know who you with? Oh, you know who you playing? Yo, and from that moment, it had gave me a quick fix.
Yeah.
But it was just like stuff like that. It was always like, damn man, I wish my friends was here.
Yeah.
Like why my friends don't deserve to be here.
Yeah.
But I'm not thinking that God like give this to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you better accept this blessing I'm giving you. You better love it because you deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that right there, being in tune with God, building my relationship with God really had help for real. And I really started building my relationship with God about like 2019, right before my mom passed away in 2020. But after that, my mom was heavily into God. So I said, when my mom would want, feel me, it's for me to build my relationship with God.
Yeah.
Praying every day, talking with God,
Yes.
having walks with God. You
Come
know what
on.
I'm saying? Those are the things that really helped me. So.
And again, condolences for your mom. Me and my sister, we lost our mom in 2015, and I know, Black Mafia family is depicting family. And a lot of families beef. We see that with the brothers, sisters beef. There's beefs within the marriage, with the mom and the dad. What do you say to the black family? I grew up, family reunions. My grandma cooked every Sunday. We would come over her house after church. How can we get back to that? Because it's almost like everybody is every man for themselves. How can I get what I can get from you? And that family isn't what it used to be. How do we get back to that?
I would say, like, your spouse is not your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Your spouse is your partner. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at the person as a competition. I feel as though, like, especially, people I be around, they get more attention than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's little stuff. You feel me? You know what I mean? And that's water under the bridge. Like, we gotta focus on loving one another, knowing what your needs and wants is, and how can I help provide that, and vice versa. Because you pour 2 cups into 1 cup, is always going to be full. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like with that right there, I think a lot of times in households now, everybody's an enemy. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to be right. Men want to feel like they the boss of women. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's another problem. Like, women is not some type of low
Talk about us.
superior, you know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of times, you feel me, the queen is the one who's really in your corner.
Talk about
you
it.
want to be here right now if a woman didn't held you for 9 months. So with that being said, how can you feel as though a woman is here and you're here?
Probably not about that one.
Come
So
on.
right there, bring the balance in here.
Yeah,
And then I think that would be a great start for the family to build back.
I love that.